Cities are cleaning up after buildings were burned and properties trashed and vandalized. The death of George Floyd has certainly led to demonstrations demanding an end to police brutality. Our chief Capitol reporter Susan Raff spoke to a former Hartford police officer about what needs to happen for this country to heal. Susan?
Dennis, there have been quite a few protests here in Connecticut, and for the most part, they have been peaceful demonstrations. In fact, just a few minutes ago, a small group of people came here to the Portland side of the Aragoni Bridge, holding up signs saying Black Lives Matter. People are upset and they want change. Well, this veteran police officer says this country needs action, and we need to do a better job in our communities.
Him kneeling on that Mr. Floyd's neck was disturbing to everybody that saw it. No reason for it. He should have had the training and he should have the experience to know how to take care of that situation. And those other three officers failed in their job.
Chris Lyons was a police sergeant in Hartford for more than 2 decades. He says Minnesota must send a strong message that police brutality will not be tolerated.
And it causes great distrust throughout the community. And that is not what we want as police officers.
Lyons knows how rough the streets can be. He was part of the city's gang task force during the 90s when violence took over the North End. He says what followed was more community policing, with officers walking the streets and building stronger relationships. The death of George Floyd has sent shockwaves. A black man who was handcuffed on the ground when Minneapolis police officer Derek Chauvin kept his knee on his neck for more than 8 minutes. This and other incidents of police brutality have created a backlash of anger and mistrust. Hartford Mayor Luke Bronin says the city has taken action in the past against officers who use racist language and for abuse of power.
We're going to look for every opportunity to make sure that our department continues to operate with a true spirit of accountability and based on a true relationship of trust and respect.
We're part of the community. We want to work with them to solve their problems. And these incidents destroy that trust.
Lyons told us today that he feels that the officers who were there with Derek Chauvin should also be arrested and charged. As for the trust that exists now in the communities, he says this only works to weaken that and feels it's going to take a long time before people in the communities start trusting police officers again. We are live in Portland. Susan Raff, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.